Hello, YouTube. I'm Rafael, and I'm here to start a new English immersion here in Talk and Talk. I'm with Herbert, Fabio, Eduino, and Lurian to talk about an interesting topic that it is economic equality. So bridging the gap. So let's start with a little presentation. So Herbert, can you present yourself, please?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Herbert. I'm 44 years old. I live in a small town in the state of Rio de Janeiro. I am married. I have no children. I'm a student. I'm passionate about English. And I'm here to practice my speaking skills because I use English in my life all the time. Also, I'm learning English for leisure because I love watching movies and listen to podcasts in my spare time. So, yeah, let's practice.
Good, Herbert. That's true. English it's good for our personal and professional life. So yeah, I'm happy that you're here. So Eduino, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, of course. I'm Eduino. I'm originally from Luanda, Angola, but I have been living in Brazil almost 11 years. I live in southern Brazil, in Rio Grande do Sul, and I work as a software engineer remotely to a company in São Paulo, where I programming a platform that we use to um, HR field, and I'm here to improve my English, of course, because I believe that in my area is so important to grow in my career and get job abroad in the future, maybe. And yes, I think that's it. Mhm.
Good. Thank you so much, Eduino. Hello, Brizola. How are you?
Hello, good. How about you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good too. So could you introduce yourself, Brizola, please?
Yeah, hello guys. My name is Lucas Brizola, but you call me Brizola. I am 29 years old and I'm from Sorocaba, São Paulo, Brazil. I live with my mother and my dog Mel. I am single, have two tattoos, and a real passion for cooking, especially desserts. Ice cream and açaí is my weakness. Even all the cold days, my favorite flavor are the ice cream are run raised in the corn. In my free time, I love reading, watch movies and the series, and listen to music and study English a lot. Academically, I hold a degree in logistics and the business administration, and the postgraduate degree in logistics and the finance. I will be working recruitment and selection in my field for over 10 years. This year, specifically in February, I started studying English at the Talk and Talk, literally for zero, and every day I move closer to my main goal, become fluent in the confident English. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much, Brizola. What about you, Fabio? Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, of course. Good afternoon, guys. Hi, YouTube. My name is Fabio Lima. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. My degree is graphic design, but I work as a director, and I have 18 years experience in my field. In my free time, I like to spend time with my girlfriend and my two little cats, and I like to press the exercise like basketball and volleyball. And I like to study English, study design, spend time with new recipes, cook in my kitchen. Yeah, this is it for me.
Very good. Thank you, Fabio. What about you, Luri?
So good morning, everyone. Good morning now, good afternoon now. Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah,
So I'm
for me it's
Lurian.
good night. It's good. It's good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah,
So
good evening.
I'm Lurian. I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm 35 years old. In my free time, I think I'm trying to be more in my routine. To enjoy time with my friends, my family, because normally I used to travel a lot and I couldn't, stay being present. So I'm trying to be more present right now. So I like to do barbecues. I like to go out to take a coffee, and that's it about me. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Lurian. So, guys, we are six, so I will split us in two rooms because, like that, everyone can speak more. So, just a minute, let me do it. Uh, so, I have to choose three people to. So I will stay here in the main room with Herbert and Eduino, and Fabio, Brizola, and Lurian will go to the other room. So enjoy the conversation. See you 7 minutes before the end of our immersion. So thank you, guys. So just to be sure that everyone received the questions. So guys, Eduino, could you read the first question and answer, please?
Yeah, question number one, it says, do you think the gap between rich and poor is increasing in your country? And definitely yes. Even though I'm living in Brazil almost 11 years, um, so far to my country, Angola, but I I can say that's definitely yes. I believe the gap is increasing. So, for example, the prices of the basic things like food, like rent, transportation, for
Yeah.
example, are going up, but many salaries don't grow at the same speed. Yeah. As I see in Brazil, it's the same. Rich people keep finding to increase uh, their money by investing and multiply their money, while poor people is struggle to cover daily expenses like clothes, foods, and to pay the school for children. Uh, I think that this creates a bigger distance between two groups, poor and rich people. Yeah. And you, what about you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. It was very causal, a complete answer. And if I understood correctly, so the situation is the same in the both Brazil and Angola. You think is the same thing? Yeah, fortunately, I think that it's something global. In Brazil, I totally agree with you. In the last, at least, unfortunately, you have been living in Brazil in the, how say that, for 11 years. I think that is the same moment when I realized that the things are not good, you know. So this difference between rich, the gap between the gap between rich and poor is increasing a lot in Brazil. And you told very good when you said that very well when you said that oh, everything it's expensive. Is the better way to see if said it's different, it's increasing or not. If you have said that the banks are how said that receiving and breaking records for how said that profit. And in the same time, while the people are just how say that struggling to buy fundamental things, like you said, food, to rent an apartment, and etc., etc. So I totally agree with you. What do you think about it, Herbert? Do you have the same house impression than us?
Yes, I agree with Eduino because I will give you an example. For example, when I was a little kid, 30 years ago, a teenager actually, it was super rare to see someone in the streets, I mean, homeless. It was super rare to see someone sleeping in the streets without home. And nowadays, it's super common. It's super. We see people asking someone for money, you know, and trying to sell candies or and stuff in the streets in order to make money and in order to survive. So nowadays it's super common. People sleep in the streets, on the streets, without a place to stay in. So that's a good, it's a reflection from this situation. The gap, I believe the gap between rich and poor is increasing over time, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have said something that I observed the same thing. That's the quantity of homeless people. It's something that it's absurd and it's increasing and it's easy to see in our daily life. So we can just see, and it's an important factor to me too. How to realize that the poverty it's increasing in our country, and instead this gap between rich and poor it's increasing too. So I totally agree with you. It was a good point. So guys, let's move for the second question. We are not economists, so but we can just how say that give our opinion here, no problem. So what are the main causes of economy inequality? So what causes this difference between this gap between rich and poor? What do you think about it, Edwino?
Yeah, we have many reasons, of course. As I see, uh, some main causes are lack of education and low salaries and unfair opportunities. Yeah, we have many people graduated but don't have a job compatible with their experiences, maybe. And many people don't have access to good schools, especially in areas that uh, we don't have good situation. Yeah, people don't have access to good schools, good training, so they can't get the better job if they don't have good training, good schools. I think that these things makes harder to poor people improve their situations. Yeah. In my case, in my opinion, as I see, is the lack of education. Yeah.
A very good point. I think it's one of the causes for sure. I totally agree with you. And it's hard to see, like you said, for example, there are many people that nowadays they they have the bachelor's degree, but doesn't reflect to the how say have a good better life to for many of these people it reflects. It was my case, for example. But there are on the other hand there are many people that are taking how say their bachelor's degrees and just how say that working with other things because they're not how say it like positions for everyone. So it's a big problem. I don't know. For example, I'm a professor at university, so I'm a lecturer to be more specific, and I cannot promise to my students that if you do it in very good here, you will be employed in the future. So it's something very hard to explain to them. So and it's a kind of they can not have how say that the motivation to do things because they don't know the future, what will happen with them. So it's a big problem. What do you think about it, Herbert? What are the main causes of economy inequality?
Well, it's I think it's are very various reasons, but I can mention lack of education. For example, here in my city, I can tell people are not interested in study as that much. I see a lot of opportunities not only in my city, but in the all the states, in all the country, and in the world. There's a lot of opportunities, good opportunities in the world, uh, but people are not interested in learn, for example, another language or how to programming, how to manage, how to create AI, how to uh, I don't know about everything. People are not interested in study um, that much. Another thing I believe that for me it's not a right, not right. Um, it might be controversial. You might not agree with me, but I see a lot of poverty people having a lot of children, you know, instead of having just one child or kids. People uh, are bringing a lot of maybe three, four children. So the situation is not good in our country. I think raise a child is so difficult. It demands a lot of money, you know, resources, and people still having a lot of kids. Okay, so this is another reason that uh, hold people from um, a rich situation. I would say, I don't know, because
Interesting,
you know
interesting. Yeah, go ahead, go
you
ahead.
know yeah, instead of you use your money for education, you need to pay for school, you need to pay um, for healthy, for food to your kids, provide your kids, right? So it's difficult.
Yeah,
It's
no,
complicated.
I understand what you're saying because unfortunately, in my point of view, I think that's the problem. We are things that we had to be rights is how say that goods in our society. So the capitalism, in my opinion, made this how said education, health, healthcare and transport, other things that would be just things that are rights that all citizens have to be in our society. They are good, so you have to pay for it. So if you don't have money, you cannot afford, and you suffer. These rights are denied to you because you don't have money. And when you have many kids, it's a big problem. I totally agree with you. In my opinion, this kind of thing, it's controversial. I know you have to pay attention how to abroad, how to talk about it. But I agree that there are a problem with how said education, and even if you everyone can say, oh, nowadays everyone have information, have how said that methods to not how to avoid to have kids. But I think that there are a real lack of education in our country about it. And not just it, there are people that really can have the right to reproduce. So the rich people nowadays, it's the trad families that exist in around Brazil and other countries too, around other countries too. They are, how say that, they have big families. Why someone that's just because you're poor you cannot have? And I know that's the consequences are very bad, but it's a kind of thing to think about it. In my opinion, I would like to introduce other things. You too, you how said brings very you bring brought very good points, and I would like to talk about governments. But I will stay a little bit with this point, and let's go deeper in this point that Eduino brings to brought to us, that it was about education. So, Edwino, could you tell us what do you think? How do if you do think that education can reduce the healthy gap? You said yes, but how can education help us to reduce this gap between rich and poor around the world?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that education is definitely one of the most powerful tools to reduce inequality. It means with education, for example, people can develop new skills. People can find better jobs, even start their own business with education. Education also teach people to think critically and to fight uh, for their rights. It's so important. Of course, education alone is not enough, but it's strong to foundation and creating a good society, more opportunities, equal opportunities. Yes, when you have good educations, you can uh, go to any jobs, no matter what is your social class. Yes. Yeah, I mean, education can help it, but it's not enough. Yeah.
No, but it's good points, good points. I think that I totally believe in that education it's the key for development, for just for personal growth, but even for a society growth. If Brazil wants to be more equal society and how say that to be how say that developed society, we have to invest many how say that money in education. I totally agree with you. That's the key. And I really like what you said about how say it. The people that have a high level of education, they are better citizens. I totally agree with you. They fight for their rights. They know that's what's correct or not because we have good law. But the problem is we don't apply it. You know, we have many things that how say that. Like I said before, they are rights, they are not good. So we have to fight for it. So thank you so much, Edwin. What do you think about it, Herbert? How education can help us to how say reduce the wealth gap?
Yeah, I believe education is key when it comes to reduce the wealth gap, definitely, because through education we are able to not only get a better job. It's not only about it, but also it's the way to learn and understand how to create a budget, how to manage your money, how to uh, to manage not only money but your time, how to manage your time, where um, where are you spending your time and stuff like that. And education is all about everything in life. I mean, about money, about time, and so education is the best way to reduce this wealth gap. And as I said earlier, I think the world uh, is a huge place to. So you need to think outside the box and not get stuck in Brazil, or not think just only Brazil. You need to think in the entire in the whole world, right? So I mean, it's possible to get a good job outside of Brazil. So it's important to education, because education opens your mind for that. And through education, it's possible to get rid of this poverty situation.
That's true. That's true. I think I totally agree with you. And it's because of that, many of us are here in Talk and Talk. To say that be to learn a new language and use this language to achieve another the how to say, level in our careers and to get another job abroad and how to say that speaking English, French, and then other languages. That's totally true. But let's talk about now about how to say how it's what's the role of governments to how say that to help us to address this gap between rich and poor, so between this how governments could address poverty. What do you think about it, Bruno? Because this is a huge and difficult question, but
Yeah.
let's try.
Yeah, it's a 1 million question.
Yeah.
In election time, is the key topic discussed on from the governance candidates, everything. But okay, as I see, the government should create programs that supports poor families, like affordable housing, for example. Herbert says before about the homeless people, for example. Um, the governance could support about healthcare, quality education, and create more jobs opportunities, of course, and protect the workers with fair wages. Yeah, there are many people working so hard, but with unfair wages. People work more hours per day, but the salary is unfair. Yeah. At the same time, one important point is that the governance must fight against corruption. I think that corruption steals the money that could help the poor people. Yes. When the governance are more corruption, that money could use to help or support poor people. Yeah. Uh, I think that if the leaders take this responsibility, they can reduce the poverty. Yeah, but the government need to to take this responsibility. Yeah, I say that because I know my country. There are many corruption. There are many poor people. Yeah, it's a good point.
As well as in Brazil. You know good.
Yeah.
We are in the same boat apparently, you know.
Yeah.
That's That's good points, good points. I totally agree with you know, and just to try to give my advice, my how to say that, my opinion here too. I think that's it's everything that you said, but we can do it just how to say that. So providing education and a good health public system, public health system. So other things, but it's something that we know. But the government always when they are already in the power they said, oh, we don't have money, so that's the problem. Oh, I would like to construct more hospitals, to how say that, buy equipment, and etc etc etc. If it's the same in the education area and the work, oh, I cannot force, like you said, how to have a fair rates, because if I do it, the in how say that, the I don't know how to say it, empresários, I forgot how to say, internships, I think, the entrepreneurs, we are not, how to say that, contract people not anymore. So there are many excuses. And to me, the key is because they are not prioritizing it. So they are prioritizing, like you said, there's themselves with corruption. They are not they are prioritizing even without corruption, but directly corruption, but direct corruption. They are using the public machine to how say it, be richer than themselves. So they are making politics to how say it, help big companies that they are these big companies there that are financing their campaigns. So I think that's the problem. They don't pay attention about our taxation. So there are the less poor people in Brazil are paying more, how to say that, for things than the rich people. We have, how to say that, we have in Brazil something that is crazy. Oh, if you buy an airplane, you will not pay for how to say the tax about it. But if you buy a little car, you pay a IPVA every single year. So there are things that, why? So, and their answer is because these guys are thinking just in themselves, because they are, unfortunately, the rich people and the politicians, they are the same people, in Brazil, I can say it. Even if it's not directly the richest people in Brazil that are politicians, but they are paying these guys. So because of that, we cannot redistribute opportunities, money, make how to say it, reforma agrária, I don't know how to say it in English. That would be very important to everyone in our society. What do you think about it, Herbert?
Okay. I think the governments are in the right way, even though the corruption. I think the opportunities when it comes to education, opportunities is still um, there. Uh, there are a lot of programs, educational programs like NA and vestibular and public schools, but unfortunately, maybe the governments should create more schools, public schools, university. I mean, because there are a lot of people who would be grateful for opportunities, but it's difficult to get a scholarship in a public university. But I think the governance is in the right way. It should be better if the corruption it doesn't exist, but we are in the right way, I think. And yeah, maybe the poverty could be less. I don't know how to say that. It could be less poverty in the country if the governments uh, could create more places, more public schools, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. The investment in education, in how to say that, habitation, and this basic rights, human rights, it's the key to how to say it, help us with this problem that is the poverty in Brazil and around the world, I think. So, guys, let's think about now and the other how to say that. Pole of this equation that we are comparing here. So we talked about the poverty. Now we will talk about the people, the rich people. So and think about it. Just it is difference, in fact. Do you think that it's fair, and why you think that it's fair or unfair that some people earn millions while others struggle to survive? And why you think it's fair or unfair? What do you think about it, Edwin? It's a philosophical question.
Yeah, it's a controversial, difficult question.
Yeah.
Let me see. Of course, people who work hard and innovate and their business, of course, people must be rewarded for their hard work. People uh, must be living for their money, of course. But in our society, we see the big difference is too extreme. Uh, when some people earn more money than they ever could, there are more of people don't even have food. Something is wrong in this system. Yes, I think that the fair is when everyone should not to be a rich, but at least to have a basket to live with dignity. Yes. Uh, to sum up, for me, maybe it seems like uh, I don't think it's fair. Yeah, I don't think it's fair. I think everyone must have at least the basic to live with dignity. Yeah.
No, that's a good point. I totally agree with you. Is this minimum we have to guarantee, and it's not about meritocracy. This is about humanity. So when I see someone so that on homeless on the streets that don't have what to eat, and especially when I see a kid, because unfortunately we have a house that many kids are on the streets, in the streets in a homeless situation. And I think what this kid did for there is no explanation, and this is something that even if I think selfishly, I can say that it's unfair, that yeah, and selfishly thinking, I think this is something that it's not good to see, I would think all my life, our society, I think that's something totally wrong with the way that we are living in our society. And thinking about what you said about food, when you think that we produce more food than we can eat, and in the same time there are people that not have that they are literally starving, how say it, dying because they don't have something to eat. So it's illogical, so there are something in our distribution of whole and activity in our society that's not true. When I think about also many people that work hard and they don't have money, nothing. So I really think that it's unfair, because it's not just about meritocracy, because the meritocracy would be good if everyone had the same opportunities, the same knowledge, the same information. But what we see in our society is that people just how say that receive their I think it's here it's herança, I don't know how to say it, and they have knowledge, and it's not just about money, it's about how say that capital, cultural capital too, the people that knows how to what to do, everyone in their families, everyone knows before. So it's something very unfair. Because of that, I think that it's unfair. And I think that we have to be the minimum and the maximum too. Oh, you achieve I don't know how many millions uh, reais. Oh, that's the limit. You cannot have more than that, because the society is not working good because of that. It's my opinion. What do you think about Herbert? Even if it's polemic, but it's important to discuss.
Oh yes, that's a interesting question. Man, to be honest, I think I wouldn't say that's fair or not fair. I think when when you see someone earning millions of dollars, and another people earning the minimum, I think it's the word is bizarre. I find it bizarre because, for example, imagine someone like a doctor who study for 12 years. They spent 12 years or more, in some cases, to earn like 10 mil reais, 10,000 reais, and someone who never study for anything, like a soccer player, I know it. He could be he's a talented person. He deserves earn millions of dollars, but it's bizarre. You see someone who never study, and uh, this one is able to earn like $2 million a month. So, and a doctor just 10,000 reais, right? So it's bizarre for me. It's bizarre, but at the same time, I understand it's the system, it's business. It's not about meritocracy. I don't know how to say that. Am I right? It's meritocracia. It's just at the system. It's just the business. So it's not fair and not unfair, in my opinion. It's just a system.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And like I said, but I agree with you when you said that it's bizarre. It's something that I'm like, whoa, cannot. We, to me, it's unfair just because with the same rules that they explain it to me, if you do it, and not just when I say they, it's everyone in the system. We are repeating this. Oh, if you study hard, like you said, a doctor. These guys are saving lives, and they received, like I said, a 10 mil or even more. But it's not why someone that do other things would have said earn even more than a doctor. So that's so important. This and when we think about how say the nurses and all the people that works in the health system, they are risking their lives literally and saving others, and they don't receive the same thing that other how say that functions, other positions. So it's to me it's unfair, but and at least we agree that it's bizarre. So guys, let's move on for the how say that the next question. So here we are talking about this difference. So how does economy inequality affect society as a whole? Because that's a point. It's a problem. If we agree that it's a problem, how it affects our society? This difference that is so big between the rich, that there are few peoples, and the poor people that are the most part of our society. What do you think about it, Win?
Yeah, it's a good point. I think that's economic inequality doesn't affect only poor people, but society as a whole in general, because it's create division in our society. When the gap is too big, poor people feels like exhausted, frustrated. Uh, while rich people live in completely different reality. Yes, it's like it seems like segregation. Yes, people very separated, and it can create in our society tensions, more crime, less trust between the groups, for example. I think that's a society when a society work together, when everyone feels that they have they have a fair chance to succeed, it is a better way to live as a society. Yeah. And you,
No,
what do you think?
yeah, no, I totally agree with you, and I think that you bring a point. Brought a point. I really have to study this verb bring, but also you brought a point that it's very important, and it was what I think, and especially here. I've been living in Europe for the last 4 years. And that's something that is totally different between how said it São Paulo that I when I grew up where I grew up and I lived it all my entire life before the how said it came to here is the how said security. So there is no violence, Of course there is, but that is not something common like in Brazil. And the answer is not because the Brazilian people are more violent naturally. No, that's because I think the key answer is because of this inequality. So the economic inequality is causing violence. It's something that the people are struggling. If you, I'm not saying that the criminals are doing right or wrong. It's just a fact. If a society like how say an appearance society is more equal, and they are not how said they are not achieve the equality. It's just something that they achieve the minimum. The wealth there, the wealth, I forgot how to say it. The bem-estar social. So it's this politic that they have here. that just bring this peace. This how said there's no how said crimes with violence. The people are not stolen. You can just how say that lose your wallet, and the people will give to you again because they don't need your money. You know, they don't need your credit cards. They don't think about how say that to risk their liberty, their freedom to how say that to go to the jail because of I don't know mil reais or something like that. And in our reality in Brazil, it worth for someone that have nothing. They are struggling to pay all the bills. They just will do it, and it's like that. So I think, like you said, it's affect not just the poor people. It's affect everyone because rich people in Brazil they don't have freedom. They cannot just walk on the street and how say that in peace. I'm talking about everyone in our society. We are afraid of doing simple things, and this is very sad. What do you think about it, Herbert? How does economy and equality affect the society as a whole?
Yes, I totally agree with you guys. I think the violence is the main points this is the main problem from this inequality. And but not only violence, but I think that this affects in many ways the society. For example, I would say a good example would be, um, for example, for me, whenever I see someone in the streets uh, trying to sell something or asking someone for money, I really suffer. I mentally suffer because I think, oh my gosh, how my country is not the governments are not looking for these people. They are totally without support. So at the same time, I can't do as much, that much for these people. So I mentally suffer whenever I see someone in the streets. So it's not only about a physical problem like to be robbed or something like that, but also it's about mentally health. So I've been seeing a lot of people in the streets more and more, over time. So it's really bad. I don't know I can't imagine the future, So or Brazil in Brazil. So it's really
Yeah,
it's harmful. It's harmful for us.
for everyone is suffering. Yeah, like I said, it's this our mental health. It's implicated too in this situation, and I think it's a problem for everyone. Guys, I think that we have a time to another one, so I would like to skip for directly for the question number 10. How has globalization influenced economy equality? So for the good and for the bad, what do you think about it, Eduino? How has globalization influenced economic quality?
Yes, let me see. In one hand, globalization has created jobs and allowed countries to trade easily with another countries, and helping people to escape poverty. But in other hand, it can also increase competitions, and many local workers, local workers lose jobs. Yes, from globalization, because uh, the hand of cheaper labor is uh is cheaper in other countries. Yes, many people lose jobs from this reason. For example, big companies benefits most, while small workers, uh, while small workers may suffer. Yeah, yeah. The globalization can help, but some people is affected from this. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Good, good. What do you think about it, Herbert?
Yes, I think that globalization was a good thing because, for example, the company Uber, so it's a American company, right? So with the globalization, we get to work as a Uber driver. So it's amazing because have been helping us having more job opportunities for those who are unemployed. So I think globalization came um, to help us to get better jobs and yeah.
Good point, Herbert. Guys, I would like to, so we are, how said, almost finished it here. So I would like to hear, first of all, I would like to thank you, thanks Herbert and Edwino for our conversations. And I would like to know a little bit about the conversation in the other room. Lurian, it was good, the conversation?
Yes, it was really good. I was talking with Brizola and Fabio, that I choose participate of this immersion because I want to talk more about economy, this problem that sometimes we don't talk a lot of that in English, and I want to express myself better. So it was not
Good.
perfect, but I try to find the words to explain that. I think education, good jobs is the solution for everything, but is we need to have someone in the government who wants to do this and improve and solve this, and I don't think they want. In my opinion, the condition we have now, it's a good condition for a lot of situation, like economy, companies that put money, and if you try to improve this, like they will lose a lot of money. So in my point, if they want, they can try to solve the problems we have, but it's like that.
Yeah, thank you, Luna. I totally agree with you. Good to know that you could have said that, express yourself more in it's about economics. So, and what about you, Brizola? Everything was good?
Yeah, this topic is deep, a little difficult, but answering this question about economy and equality is a very interesting and the thought-provoking experience for me. It has challenged to think critically about the complex problems that affect society and recognize how different factors such as education, employment, corruption, and discrimination influence people's lives. Yeah, so nice. So difficult,
Very
but
good.
so nice.
Very good, very good. We talk about many things like that here in the main room too, with Herbert and Eduino. And Fabio, everything was good. It was difficult. You could have said you like it.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoy the conversation. The topic is difficult for me. I know my specialty, but it seems everyone seems to share the same opinions. I like this.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much, Fabio. Very quickly, I would like to know how said that for you, Herbert. Everything was good. Did you like it?
Absolutely. I think the immersion was great. Thank you for the opportunity. It was great.
Ah, good. I enjoy it too. What about you, Eduino? Everything was good.
Yes, was good. It's a provoking topic, very necessary to discuss in our society. Thanks for this topic.
Good. I really enjoy it. So, guys, thank you so much to be here. And for our next House at Immersion, I will bring the topic disability inclusion. So it's another important topic and hard to talk about it. And I really would like to see everyone here in the next immersion. So for now we are done. Thank you so much, and see you in the next immersion. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye bye. Thank